This is terrible. This alone, fixing the swatches, can mean a lot of sales we're not getting in this listing because this is terrible. Example of why main image hack is so important. Let's look at the ASIN and let's help the team. What's wrong with the listing? What should we change? Why? All right.
Yep. So I noticed it says Made in USA on the title. So having a tag that shows that would be just beneficial. I've worked in this category before.
Perfect. Good idea.
First thing I noticed mainly, the image is cropped off on the edge. So it's not showing the entire product when you're looking at the main image, at least on the screen. And then second, just looking at the title, 2x1 could be inches, that could be feet, that could be meters. I'm not even sure if that actually is a measurement in the title. It was just the two things that stood out to me immediately.
First thing is negative space. There's a ton of it. It looks like some of the stuff in the swatch images are actually taking up more space. So I'd probably do it something closer to what's in the swatch images. That's actually like a more top-down view that takes up more space. Also, I imagine 100% organic cotton is probably a pretty big keyword. So that's one I would want right on top, probably along with Made in USA. Speaking of Made in USA, we did this for a client recently. One thing we did is we made sure to we originally had it as just Made in USA, white colors, but this time we redid it, made sure to actually make the flag red, white, and blue. Figured that might pop a little bit better when just generally add a bit of color into the search results.
I will put probably it'd be a package or a box or maybe a seat card over the fabric to highlight exactly what is it for. And when we are on the SERP, we can know what is it that we're looking at, so we can add it to the cart without going into the listing. So keywords and stuff like that with the Made in USA thing, as Zach said. And basically hacking the main image will be the first thing. Then, of course, all the SEO related stuff.
You're going to want to make sure with the client that they have organic certification, especially from the aspect that they are saying 100% organic cotton in both the title and the first bullet. And then in fabric type, it says 95% organic cotton, 5% spandex, which that alone could easily get them dinged and taken down.
Good catch. Who can tell me, guys, how can we make sure this listing is not hidden, doesn't have a hidden suppression?
Search the ASIN.
There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So that could be a basic question. So guys, whenever you search for an ASIN and the ASIN doesn't show by using the ASIN number, that means it has a hidden suppression. So it's good to check based on Noah's feedback about the organic discrepancy here, because you're right.
Yeah, when you're searching for the hidden suppression, make sure that you don't only see a sponsored position. Make sure you're seeing the organic position when you search the ASIN. But Noah stole my one, and my second one there is I feel like I personally would like better just seeing a color like in the swatches rather than the images. If you can get a nice, great representation of the color there in the images.
That was my point. Swatches. Guys, this is terrible. This alone, fixing the swatches, can mean a lot of sales that we're not getting in this listing because this is terrible. It's not easy to fix, but having a nice, clean grid looks fantastic.
Well, first off, the main image is showcasing a very little product. Maybe we could make the product bigger because there is a lot of dead space. I read that it's for knitting clothes, but I don't see any human using those clothes, like any example of someone using.
There might be some confusion in the title because this is not for knitting. This is what they're telling us. The fabric was knit. So, but you're right. I'm confused. That means a lot of customers will be confused as well. Good job.
I actually have a client that is going through this now, but this is going to be a by yard type product, which means, you order in quantity, they give you by yards. We're not actually showcasing that in the title, so that can get really confusing. And I feel like it's in the third bullet. If people are going to order that, they need something a little bit more clear to them.